Alrighty, what is good, everybody? So today I have a very nice video. This video is going to be going over risk management, okay? Because I've seen a lot of people and I see a lot of info on the trading space, right? Everybody's saying like, yeah, you only need to trade one time a day. Other people saying, like maybe you need to trade 10 times a day. Well, you know, obviously it's going to depend on your trading strategy, but here I'm gonna give you guys a simple way to, identify um your risk management plan. So first of all, I would say that for a 50K, right? Let's talk about funded accounts, all right? I don't think nobody here is trading a live account, and if you already are trading a live account, then obviously you don't need a risk management plan, right? So like you already know what you're doing. So for a 50K funded account, pretty much every single one of them has 2K drawdown. All right, let's account for 2K drawdown, meaning you shouldn't be losing $300 max a day, okay? And then until 1K drawdown, right? And then from there, 1K, uh, 1K drawdown, you would go down to 200 a day. Okay, that's more or less gonna give you. This is gonna give you around 3 trades until you hit 1K drawdown, and then this is gonna give you another 10 trades, 10 trading maybe not trading days but trades in general. So yeah, overall, um, this is a good risk management plan. If you lose 13 trades in a row, then you're probably not doing something very good, right? Obviously, I'm talking about top and bottom ticking here, okay? So if you are a one-to-one trader, obviously it's gonna have a very different criteria, but yeah, I would just recommend to pretty much just risk this, right? In here, I would risk. So in this position, I would be risking one con if I lose one contract, right? And then in here I would do maximum 5 micros. Okay. Now accounting for this would be 300 max would be pretty much like one loss with one contract, and then 2 micro with 5 micros, and then right, it's gonna depend on your mind. Like you can choose, right? If you want to do one trade a day, then you can just pretty much just go 2 contracts, 7 point stop loss. Or if you want to do, if you want to do multiple trades, then you can go 5 micros. It's gonna depend on that, right? Now, what are we gonna have here? We're gonna have 100K. For 100K, obviously, it's most of the time it's 3K, right? So let's do max a day 400, right? Until 1K drawdown, and then 1K drawdown, 200 a day. Same process. You can start here. In this case, we could do sub levels. So we could start with 2 cons, and then until 2K, and then same as 50K. Right? I know it's gonna be pretty much the same. So the 100K, you're gonna have 3K drawdown, so 300 max a day until 1K is gonna be 1 con, right? Well, the same thing happens here. So if you have 3K, then you can do 2 cons until you have 2K, and then same as a 50K, and then 1K drawdown is gonna be 200 a day. That's gonna be a staple on everything. Now for 150K is gonna be almost every time 3.5K slash 4 slash 4K. It's gonna be the same thing, right? You're gonna be 500 max a day until 3K, then like 100K, right? So pretty much the same shit. So 100K, you would be risking max 500 a day. If you drop down to 3K, then you start risking 400 a day until 1K, and then you start risking the exact same as a 50K, right? You see, this goes with this. So yeah, I think it's a very simple, but now I'm gonna talk about how you can, right? This goes with this, and then how you can uh trade it accordingly to your style of trading, because I see a lot of misinformation, I guess, on the trading space. Because a lot of people are like, oh, but you only need to trade 2 trades a day, or you only need to do this, or you don't need to... No, it doesn't matter, right? So in this case, it's whatever. This would be just be my risk management on a funded account. I wouldn't, risk more than that. I wouldn't be able to. That's how I trade, right? Like that's why I top and bottom tickets, not to look cool, is because I can't handle huge losses on the day. Like I just can't. Like I just tilt. So yeah, and then it's gonna depend on you, right? So depends on your trading style. If you're trading aggressively, what does this mean? Very, very specific levels, limits, with max of 5 point stop loss. You can be, obviously, if this happens and then after like max of 5 point stop loss and 30 to 40 points TP always, right? If you start doing this, the thing is you're gonna have more chances on, every funded to trade. So meaning on a daily basis, instead of having maybe 2 trades a day, then you could start doing 4 to 5 trades a day, right? On very specific levels, right? This is gonna, that depends on you, how you find those very specific levels. But yeah, so like I would do 5 to 4 to 5, 4 to 5 trades a day. If you're trading this is very, very aggressive, right? And in this trading style, the thing is you're gonna have a low win rate, like low to mid win rate, but a super high RR. And then the thing with this is, yes, your win rate is gonna be low on trade freak, because the trade frequency is a lot. But overall, day to day, most of the times you're gonna go winning, because on those 4 to 5 trades, you can always find, that specific level that's gonna actually work. And with a 5 point stop loss, then maybe you lose two, right? And maybe you're down 200, but then you win with a 30 to 40 points. So you're already gonna be 600 up on the day, right? Rather than and then just follow the exact same as here. So if you're on the day, so I would trade pretty much like first 2 trades. If it hits right, I would just trade pretty much one con, and from there 5 micros. All right, what's that gonna do? Every time you're risking a trade, you're gonna be risking $100 with one contract, and then $50 with 5 micros. So you have a chance to pretty much trade the exact same and do the exact same, doing maybe 1 trade a day instead of with just like 10 points or 15 points or 20 points stop loss, right? That's if you're trading aggressively. If you're trading, um, if you're trading with a standard 10 point stop loss, right? If you're trading with a standard 10 point stop loss, what we can do is, what the fuck? All right, why does this shit not move? All right, if you're trading with a standard stop loss, I wouldn't do more than 2 trades a day. Okay, so just the one contract, that's minus 200, and then with 5 micros, pretty much this. Same with this, same with this. Just following whatever. And then if you're trading passively, or you're trading, if you're trading passively, yeah, let's say passively. So 20 to 30 point SL, 1 trade a day should be enough, right? So yeah, this, as I said, it's gonna depend on your trading style, and you can do whatever you want as long as you're risking this up here, right? This is the important thing, right? Because I see a lot of youth, like, and a lot of people saying like, oh no, but yeah, like you only need to trade once a day. Well, it depends on how you trade, right? Like maybe you, like, if you trade once a day with this, right? With this, like very specific levels, but 5 point stop loss, you're gonna get stopped so much and so many times that like it is. I think it's very much impossible to get away with a 5 point stop loss every single day, trading one time a day. But it's very possible to get with a 5 point stop loss and get away with a 5 point stop loss if you're trading 4 to 5 times a day. As long as you're, you know, that's the thing. It requires mental though, right? It depends on your trading style. So if you can't handle big losses, but your mental is good, right? And you're like not, right? As long as you're not gonna force trades, right? Then you can adopt this trading style, which is pretty much how I've been trading. I was trading for a lot of time. I'll be hitting like 4 to 5 trades a day. Maybe hitting most of the times what I would be hitting like 2, 3 stop losses before I actually won. But at the end of the day, I was green on the day, and at the end of the day, I was still risking good. My risk management was good, right? On the fourth trade, I was like, all right, this is not my day. I've been 4 times. I've already had 4 trading times, and this 4 times I just been wrong. Maybe my bias was wrong or whatever. So I just got off. Right? Same thing with this. This is pretty much how I trade now, or even this. Depends on the day, right? If you're trading more passively and you want to, secure more and you're like just emotional overall, you should be having like more stop loss. It's just gonna depend on you. So as long as you're not risking more than this, what I just put up here, you should be good trading whatever you want. Like if you get, I'm not gonna recommend that obviously because I don't think anybody can actually do that consistently. But yeah, essentially, like you could be doing like 10 trades a day, but with a 2 point stop loss every single time. And then you can get away with that, right? Depends on your model, depends on how specific your levels are. Because if your levels are like ultra specific, like it either top ticks or it just doesn't work, then boom, you're gonna have your trading style, right? So yeah, this is pretty much how I would trade. This is how I would trade right before pretty much like all social media and whatnot. I would just trade like this, right? And the start of social media, why? It was because I just couldn't handle losses. I was like very emotional. So if you trade like this, you're like, and also I like just couldn't handle the fact of like me thinking like, oh, if I do one trade a day, I'll be done because most of the times that's the thing. I would lose my first trade a day, right? I would pretty much every single day I would start the day negative and end up positive, right? Without tilting or anything, but I would start the day negative because my first trades usually are like, maybe not so specific, or maybe, my first trades are maybe I force it or whatever. That's what I did before, right? Not now. Now I actually, wait for an actual trade, but most of the times that's what I would do. So I was like, okay, if I limit if I limit my daily loss limit to 300 instead of focusing on I just need to do one trade a day, then I can trade whatever I want, right? I can be trading like if I want to be trading fucking 2 point stop loss and be trading 15 times a day, right? As long as you're not risking more than 300. So, yeah, overall, that's what I did. That's what you should pretty much adopt instead of thinking like, oh, I need one trade a day max. No, you don't need to do that. Depends on your stop loss. Depends. The only important thing is actual risk, or your risk on the market, and if you're not crashing out. It doesn't really matter whether you're trading one time or fucking 15. As long as you're risking the exact same, it doesn't matter. So yeah, enough rant. And this is pretty much my risk management plan for you guys. So yep.